Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So I'm going to show you how to make these little Halloween can coolers or cup holders. Really easy and be really great for the kids to do it. You know, if you could crochet the main part, they'd probably really like decorating them with some felt and everything. So I think it's a really good kid craft. But it's real easy, so it would be even good for a beginner. So let's go ahead and get started on it. Okay, for this project I am using, this was actually sent to me by to try. It's called The Magic of Yarn. It comes in this pack. I believe there's 8 skeins in there. It comes in all different colors. It's by Mira Goods, but it's an acrylic yarn. Yeah, you don't have to use this yarn though for this project, but I just want to show you what I'm using. But it's really cute. It really comes in some really bright colors. I crochet with it. I really like it. I probably wouldn't use it for clothing though, but more of a craft yarn, I believe, for like kids and stuff. But I'll put a link to where you can get this below if you're interested in the description box. And you're gonna need, of course, you don't have to use that yarn. I mean, any yarn will work. And I'm using a size I, which is a 5.5mm crochet hook. And then I have you're gonna need some felt. I got this felt, 2 pieces of felt at Walmart. They're only like $1/4 a piece. So, but if you want other colors too, I got black and white. But any color of felt that you have, and you're gonna need a hot glue gun, a low heat hot glue gun, and some hot glue. Okay, you want to start with a slip knot on your hook, and we're going to start with a chain of 4. And of course you can use the magic circle here if you want, but I'm going to slip stitch into the first one to form a ring. Go ahead and get my tail out of the way here, like that. Okay, now I'm going to be working through the center of the ring. I'm going to start with a chain 1. Now I want to do 10 half double crochets through the center of the ring. So a half double is where I yarn over once, go through the ring and draw up a loop, and I'll yarn over and go through all 3 loops on my hook. So that's 1. And I want to do a total of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can slide them over if you need to, like this. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you can pull this tail and make that center circle a little bit smaller usually. Now you want to reach over and slip stitch into your first half double crochet. Like that. Okay, I'm going to start again by chaining 1. Now I'm going to do, this time around, I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in every stitch. So I'm going to yarn over and put 2 half double crochets in the same stitch that I just slip stitched into. So there's 1 and 2, and I'm going to work my way around putting 2 half doubles in every stitch. There's 2. In that one. So when you get back all the way back around, you should have a total of 20 half double crochets. Okay, once you made it back around and you counted and you have 20 half double crochets, you want to go ahead and slip stitch into the top of your first one again to close that round off. Okay, you want to chain 1, and now we're going to go back into the same stitch and put 1 half double crochet. Now the next stitch we're going to put 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. And the next stitch we're going to put 1 half double crochet. What we're doing is we're just gradually increasing the circle. The next one will be 2 half double crochets. 1 half double crochet in the next, and then 2 half double crochets into the next. And you want to repeat this pattern all the way back around to the beginning, and you should have a total of 30 stitches when you get back around. Okay, once you make it back around and you have 30 stitches, you want to go ahead again and slip stitch into the top of your first half double crochet, but we're only going to be working in the back loops for the next round, so you just want to slip stitch into the back loop. And if you look, you can see that each stitch has a front loop and a back loop. This is the front loop and that's the back loop, so we're just going to slip stitch into the back loop only, like that, just like that. Now if you want to use a stitch marker to mark your spot, you can, and put it right here. Now this time around we're going to be working in the back loops only. This is the only round that we'll be doing that. So we're going to start with a chain 1, and we're going to go ahead and go back into that same stitch and put 1 half double crochet, like that. And right there is where you'd want to put your stitch marker if you want to put it. I can usually keep track though most of the time. Now we're going to put 1 half double, 1 half double in each of every stitch, working in the back loop only. So half double crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch, and then 1 half double in the back loop only of the next stitch, and of every other stitch for the entire round. Like that. And you can see it's kind of got that ridge on it now, and that's what you want. This is going to start making the cup holder turn up. So I'm going to go ahead and go around putting 1 half double in the back loop only of every stitch until I get back around to my stitch marker or my starting point. Okay, when you make it all the way back around, I'm actually going to be working in a half double crochet round. So I'm going to be going around and around. I'm not going to stop and slip stitch anymore. But if it's easier for you to slip stitch at the end of every row or end of every round, you can. But I'm not going to. So I'm going to put my stitch marker here, and I'm just going to continue. I'm going to be working in both loops now. I'm not going to do the one loop at a time, but I'm just going to continue by jumping over and doing a half double crochet into my very first half double crochet, like that. And then I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in every stitch all the way around until I get back to my stitch marker. And now it's just going to be half double crochet rounds. Oh. So I'm just going to go around again, putting 1 half double in every stitch, and I'll meet you back up here at the stitch marker. Okay, when you make it back to your stitch marker, again, you just pull it out and move it up and just continue around again, putting 1 half double crochet in every stitch. And I'm going to do this for a total of 8 rounds. We're already working on our third. So here's our first, second, and I'm working on my third. So 8 rows tall, and I'll meet back up with you when I get that finished. Okay, once you get done with your 8 rows, I'll show you what to do once you're back to your beginning. We need to even this round out real quick. So we're going to go ahead and, once you make it back to your stitch marker, go ahead and single crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to slip stitch into the next, like that. And now what I'm going to do is, that should even your row out. Now I'm going to go around the top with a row of single crochet. So I'm going to chain 1 where I'm at and go back into the same stitch that I just slip stitched into and single crochet. And now I'm going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch around, all the way until we get back around to right there where we just ended, or where we just started. Okay, when you make it back around to the beginning, you just want to go ahead and slip stitch into your first single crochet, and pull it and tie it off, and then hide this tail with your yarn needle. And you can make like any kinds of these that you want. Like you can make like ghost and pumpkin and everything, or you can make witch and whatever color. And it don't even have to be for Halloween. You can use whatever, do it for anything, I guess. Make Santa Claus if you want. Okay, once you get your tail hidden pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put faces on all my pieces here. Now you don't really need me to show you how to do that. You can do it any way you want. Like as I'm going to be using this felt for the nose and the mouth, and I'm just going to hot glue the pieces on. So, I mean, this is a good part that the kids could do too. If you got kids and they want to participate, this would be something good they could do. You know, let them cut some felt out and hot glue it. But just, you decorate them any way you want. And if you don't have felt, you can also use your yarn needle and yarn. You can use googly eyes, beads, whatever you have. Okay, for the pumpkin one, I'm just going to put a little stem on it after I get it all tied off and everything. So I'm just going to start some green yarn here. Pick any stitch that you want at the top, and then I'm going to chain one. Now I'm going to go right back into that same stitch, and I'm going to single crochet. And then I'm going to single crochet across into the next stitch, and into the next one, and then one more time. So that was 4 single crochets in a row. Now I'm going to chain one and turn my work, and I'm going to go across again, starting in this very first, it's not this very first one, but the next one. Single crochet across, 1 single crochet in every stitch, and you want to make sure you get this chain 1 stitch at the end. It's like that, otherwise it'll be kind of crooked. Chain 1 and turn, and I'm going to go across again. Just like that. And that's kind of just what I'm going to do for a stem. So, really easy. If you want to make it bigger, you could do more. Start out with more stitches. That's up to you though. But then I'm just going to hide these tails. Okay, I've been working on the Frankenstein here real quick. I just embroidered the mouth and the little scar on there. And this is all, I know he looks a little silly, but this is all felt. I was just going to show you real quick if you want to put the bolts on what I did. I just did a double crochet 4 together bobble. I'm going to show you how I did that. But you could do it any way. You don't have to do it this way, but if you want to, I'll show you how. Kind of just decide where you want them. Follow it along here. Get it in the right spot. Probably right about here, I guess. Let me look out of here. Okay, and you're going to pick where you want to put them. And then I'm just going around a single crochet like that. Go through. And chain 1. Now I'm going to do a double crochet 4 together. That's where I yarn over. Go through, drop a loop. Yarn over and go through the first 2 loops. I'm going to do that 4 times. So that was 1. Yarn over, go through. Drop a loop, go yarn over and go through the first 2. That's 2 times. Three times. 4 times, and you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and go through all the loops. Kind of pull it tight, and then go right back down into that same spot and do a single crochet. Like that. And then you can kind of just tie this off and pull them tails really tight through there and make sure I got them in the right spot here. Pull the tails through like that and then just sew them in. So I kind of like that. I might move it up a little bit, but you get the idea. Just kind of like that. Okay, once you get done decorating them any way you want, that's all there is to it. Pretty easy, pretty fun craft. So I hope you were able to follow along okay. It was a pretty easy project, I think. Pretty fun too. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and come check me out on Facebook. And you can post all your crochet items on there. If you make these or anything else, I'd really like to see them. I'll put a link to my Facebook page below in the description box. And until next time, have a good day.